Let's see, though. I think this one always up in the air. As I've said so many times today as well, the hierarchy hasn't been established thus far in Valorant. It's only a couple of months old, for God's sake. Especially have been throwing in Sageless compositions every now and again. But the push coming through for the first time on this B site. Sinatraa trading up that opening frag, and Zombs, 2 quick headshots. He's getting the job done.
Zombs looking like a monster there, and that's going to be a side of the defender's victory there. We see Sova there getting ready to peek that B long. The rest of them kind of playing back as opposed to playing up in hookah. And again, trying to use the superior firepower. Dapr and ShahZaM opening with a pair of kills. That's going to make things very difficult for Immortals. Dapr catching Genghsta again, ShahZaM, and all of a sudden, it's just Jcstani trying to do something here. All by her lonesome is the Sage, and she is down. So at some point they will have to break from this strategy, but right now they are pressuring, and they're going to see if they can get a pick here before they move in. Asuna with the jump does get the headshot on Sinatraa in the tuna can, and we hear the teleports as they rotate over, but Koler and Dicey answer.
That's exactly what you need to get done here. The first rifle round, and already with the reverse swing, this could be the first on the board. And I actually love this from Sentinels. They decide to backtrack and save.
Now we do see Sentinels, I think, adapting to this strategy because they knew exactly what the game plan was from Immortals. They started taking those peeks. We see ShahZaM finding a pair of kills, again, punishing the predictability here. And
man, he's just about as annoying as you.
Almost, not quite, but taller.
No. Scrappy Do is, I think, my 3rd favorite Do. Above, obviously below Scooby and Melvin Do. You'd be expecting that defending side to get off to a good start. We've talked about scrappy play from start to finish here, and well, this long control over outside the B site seems to be the main turning point, where if you can steal away a frag or two, it's absolutely influential. And with the Hunter's Fury piping in the damage, but it's no opening frag for the defending half. Instead, Koler's able to pepper in with the shots.
Yeah, the Hunter's Fury was trying to punish the predictability, but instead it goes in favor of the attackers. Taking that long angle, a bunch of kills plus the res now means it's going to be a 4v2 after Dapr takes out Koler, but now it's going to be a 4v1, and this is going to likely result in a round win for the side of Immortals. But Zombs is, again, maybe looking to do some economic damage, trying to play spoiler. Does get a kill on Genghsta. If he can find even one more headshot here, this will be a pretty good return on his investment.
And since we've seen such back and forth play, every kill he finds here is a rifle, obviously, that won't be carried through into this upcoming 5th round. But to add insult to injury, they have to reinvest into these. And, well, although this is a lose situation for Zombs, there's no way that he's going to be able to take this round over the top. You see that, well, they have no idea that he's already still on this site. The spike is tapped, and, well, there's another frag stolen away, and it's all costly for Immortals. Boards both mid and long, and with the orb taken, it's obviously not going to be the ultimate charged up as of yet. That orbital strike's so important, especially in the outflank, but it's all headshots. ShahZaM starts us off strong.
And finally, the teleport away from B. You knew at some point they were going to have to stop pushing that B site. This is the case now. And it's going to be a 4v4, but with them kind of getting hung up there in the shower, they're going to have to slow things down. And with 45 seconds left, they could even rotate all the way back to B. It does, in fact, appear that's going to be the case.
I think I might be walking into this one, but how do I do it? I'm not sure. 15 seconds left here before the push comes in one more time. The Hunter's Fury trying to split up the defense, and it's barely even trading, but the spike will go down and away. And sick. Oh, he finds a couple of headshots. What the hell was that?
And so I can't go to the gym anymore. I miss the gym.
I've got a nice little medical mask on my table here. I think the most exercise I get is walking to the shops to pick up a sandwich. Couple of quick kills, easy peasy, Japanesey. So I think this is going to be 5-2.
And this has already slowed down this B push that, again, you know Immortals is going to go with. Now, they could go through the teleporter. They like to posture this and then make a decision, but only once so far have they actually made the switch. Instead, Jcstani, they're just hanging out in the garden. A lot of pressure being put on them. Pair of kills on the side of Sentinels.
I know exactly.
Done. De-weeding this attack within the garden position. And it might be this attack down to its last legs once again. All the information given and granted over by A. Cypher's been spotted, and this spike should be able to go down and away. But Cypher's fairly low on HP. Koler almost has to backtrack here. And I don't think there's... No, there certainly isn't an ultimate in hand. So this defuse should be able to come through at some point, and especially in the 3 versus 1. Koler gets shut away. It's 6-2.
Mr. Pink Chicken, I'm not gonna ever forget that. Oh my lord, that is horrible. That offends me to my core. But we see another B push, but this time not the traditional one from the side of Immortals. However, Dapr still makes them pay, piling into hookah and falling down quickly, 3 of them.
Yeah, this is a bamboozling round with no frags found for this attacking side. Cypher, he's about to get closed away by Sinatraa, who's on a tear right now here on... I love this aggression as well, don't you?
I love the aggression, and for a second there I thought he wasn't going to find anything, but he proves me wrong.
It's just me fumbling and stumbling around, a bit like this attacking side. Already a player down and no shots connecting onto Zombs, as he's still lurking around here. The Hunter's Fury doing tremendous damage there, taking Koler right out of the equation, and Genghsta's going to finally drop. 8-2, and this is very, very one-sided.
When it wasn't working, I would have liked to have seen a bit of a deviation sooner. Jcstani finally gets a pick on Sick here before ShahZaM answers, but this is the opening they needed.
ShahZaM certainly needed an extra bonus shot to finish things off, and this is a retake. It being the last round that obviously these final 2 Afterplant members will want to go for. Sinatraa is going to lead the charge in the retake, and in a scenario like this, who else could you really want? He needs to open up with some lightning fast headshots though, and it might be the hot hands to force Dicey out of place. There's the first. He still needs all 5 of these members, and it's never going to happen. 9-3 to finish off the half. Realistically, you're trying to get map control off the back of this, and that's something that they haven't been able to achieve here. Zombs still forced back, and Sentinels no real closer in this bathrooms angle. The secondary pincer comes through on the A-bomb site, and Sinatraa full flashing himself. He's got that second flashbang at the ready, but this spike needs to go down, and perhaps rotating to B is their best bet.
Yeah, it's actually very rare that you see somebody of Sinatra's caliber flash themselves just a split second too early on the swing there. And ShahZaM does get a pick here on Dicey as they try to push into Site B. The spike is planted, but Asuna with an ability double kill. Remember, Riot says abilities do not get kills, but this is a 3v2 retake scenario. Can they pull it off?
Oh, that seems like a all-distant possibility now. A couple more trades as Genghsta takes the swing and finds that final frag. We saw Sinatraa jump out on his lonesome earlier, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that again in the first rifle round. Right now, it's just the pistols. And really, the aim of the game is to do a little bit of damage, try and get that spike down. And Genghsta's going to ferociously attempt to defend this. Koler drops, and now a chance here for the attackers.
Yeah, you said Sinatraa needs to jump out and make something happen. He certainly did with the Classic, but Asuna now punishing them when they're out in the open. That's going to be an easy win because of the ARs going over to Immortals. A is the play as they advance through short.
This is where a couple of kills are frantically needed, but with the spike down first and peering right over the top, Sinatraa, the one-tap potential of that Vandal comes through, and Genghsta's already gone.
Sinatraa with that first blood. He's been so good at it throughout today's event.
He's been absolutely sensational, and we need to see more of that if they're going to close this one out and through here on our first map of this semi-final. The showstopper in, and he's going to stop absolutely nothing. Cypher's trap mine catches him completely off guard, and all finally through, shuts out ShahZaM, and there's even more work to be done as the flash is flawless, and there's 10 for Sentinels. There's no other way to say it. I would have loved a tactical timeout right now, but only for a brief moment to plug my Twitter. 10 rounds and maybe even more for Sentinels here as they're closing in on the home straight. Sinatraa does everything with the headshots, and it's a defensive side shutdown. All only pistols. We're able to secure number 11 here.
Sinatraa, with that run it back, stepped in, got yet another first blood. He's been doing it all over the place today. Made it look pretty easy. We see Asuna here creeping. Does get one headshot on Zombs, but falls to Dapr, and unfortunately, trying to apply economic damage in this situation when you're still going to lose the round is not the best game plan, but not much else you can really do either. Jcstani here doesn't want to go out and go for the defuse, going to back up, maybe try to catch some exits, steal a gun on the way out, holding this angle, and instead it's ShahZaM that finds JC.
The only back out of this scenario is finding one kill and going straight through TP. Genghsta's going to shut down any possibility of that early. A 6, the first to fall.
That's a massive pickup there for Genghsta to get that pick, because again, every exchange they can win and keep somebody up, and in that scenario, you're not really even taking damage. It's going to work out for you. Sinatraa finds Koler, though. Genghsta finds ShahZaM as well on the other side of the map. So Genghsta doing his part. Flash goes out and Sinatraa makes him pay. Sinatra's so good with these curveballs today. It's unreal.
Sometimes he just fires on all cylinders, and he doesn't even have to see you to find the frags. And this is where, as I said earlier, that defender side starts to come into play. Another great curveball, and Koler fully blind finds the shot.
Now we're just kind of waiting each other out.
As we say in the UK, it was humongous. We like that word.
Humongous?
Humongous.
I dig it.
Yes. It's also a meme, but originated, I think, in the UK. I don't know. I'm not much of a meme man myself.
Cage triggered.
Instead,
Sentinels.
35 seconds left. It all comes down to these headshots, and Sentinels getting shut away on every account. Zombs actually does pull 2 back. Finally shut down, though, and it's down to Dapr. Can't connect headshot number 2.
I can't wait for them to only make Chef Boyardee food for you. They know how to operate a microwave. Jcstani gets a pick, and now it's Dicey and Asuna as well.
Realistically, Sentinels need to change up this pace right now.
Trying to decide which ordnance they want to throw. And instead we're going to have dueling Hunter's Furies, if you will, and it's ShahZaM who finds Jcstani. That's great on the side of Sentinels to get that opening pick, but Koler takes out Sick, evens things up.
ShahZaM's name is so onomatopoeic. Maybe I just wanted to get that word in, but it is. A Kazam, a ShahZaM, a Babam. I love it. 50 seconds left, and now backtracking in the 4 versus 4. It's the first time in a while that Sentinels have been able to find this opening pick, and it might be a spike down as a result. This starts to apply the pressure, but weirdly enough, there are no ultimates on this attacking side. That orbital strike right now would be worth its weight in gold, and it doesn't come through. Instead, it's just the run it back, and Phoenix has to find some substantive damage right now. He isn't able to connect with a headshot, and he is forced back and away, and what an incendiary eliminates him from the server. Dapr finds a chain of shots, and this might be curtains for the attacking side. They hit a couple of shots in 12-8 just like that. What the hell happened? 45 seconds left in this one, and while the spike is heading towards A, which seems to be a fan favorite here on Vine, and with the smokes down and through, And that trap mine taken too. It all comes down to these openings, and Koler's able to close out the first. It's Sinatraa, the key member here on Phoenix, dropping through. And Zombs able to double up on the aggression. A couple of quick kills. And without the spike down right now, the pressure hasn't been applied. And still chances for this defender's side. The res in, and Dicey hitting shots left, right, and center. Sick is forced away.
And it looks like Asuna's going to use all of the ordnance here, everything but the paint shells going out, both satchels and the boombot. Now this grenade might go as well. Ooh, backed up a bit by the hot hands, though.
Yeah, that incendiary forces Raze into a slightly uncomfortable position. I'm surprised we don't see any blast packs to fire it away, but instead it's just the crossfire established and 2 quick kills found.
Yeah, despite the successful flash, not really a successful push on the side of Sentinels. Couldn't really make anything happen there. We see the Molly go in now, and Sick trying to catch a peek here. The res is a bit of a distraction, but it's not enough, and Jcstani pops off before ShahZaM finally gets that trade frag, but secured 4 kills.
And that's an amazing trio inside Hookah to finish things off as well. Of course, he secures the quad. And now it's down to ShahZaM once again, who gets his head blown clean. Jcstani's been great on the defense. Just really great play by the Sage, all things considered. And from this sideline, we know the Sentinels know very much well how to use these pistols. But from all angles, they're going to have to hit some stunning shots, and it's just not good enough to start things through. ShahZaM nails a first, but the Owl drone falling on their deaf ears. It's Sinatraa with one last swing back into this one, and with 31 HP, he should be able to do it, but he nails another one. Great damage thus far, but I don't think it's going to merit many results. We saw what Sentinels did earlier against... where's my notes? Who were they playing? It was somebody help me out. Renegades. Like here in this series as well, they're able to at least get that good start, but not close. Oh, couple of quick kills. Is this it?
Sinatraa doing what Sinatraa does with the entry frags there, along with his teammates, and it's now a 5v2, but Asuna does pick up one on Zombs. That's the way to start things off.
I just can't believe it right now. The combination between just great play with the rifles and that ultimate as well, and then Dapr almost finishing this one off. It's Asuna versus the world, and it's not going to happen. 13-11, outstanding stuff to finish. And wow, have we really got to break that one down right now, Charmer?
Yeah, I think we have to cover it a little bit because, well, that's our job. But I really want to talk about Immortals here. I know that Sinatraa in the 7 First Bloods is going to be the real standout stat, in my opinion, right?